Okay, so thank you all for being here, whether you're on the live or the replay. I value all of your guys' time. I know that time is the most limited commodity in life. And so thank you especially to Sean and Katie and Julie. Being a part of a company where you are working alongside like such incredible leaders who are paving history for this company, it's pretty cool to be like joining at a really good time for Q Sciences. So I'm Janelle, this is my husband Sean, and we live in Vancouver with a dog. We both have a background of health and wellness and fitness. And about 3 years ago, I actually started my own company or business, a different company. And I love seeing people win in wellness. I love seeing people thrive with the businesses. But for some reason, I just couldn't grow a business with this company. And I love the company. I love the products. But at the end of the day, it's like the paycheck was not fulfilling, like was not good enough for myself. And so I came across Q Sciences. I found Julie through a random recording and I connected with her because she was a part of the same company as me. And we had so many similarities in regards to sharing wellness and products, but not having a good paycheck in the end of it. And so I was like, hey, can we connect? And we did. And it's been pretty cool to see what this company offers in regards to wellness, in regards to just business development and also community. And so I'm really excited to be a part of this team, specifically with Julie and Sean and Katie, because Julie's #1 person in Canada. Like in all of Canada, she's like the top leader. And so I love her systems and her mentorship and her education and her support. And I love being a part of this team that is just gonna explode even more. So whether you're here for the products or the business opportunity or the company in general, Q Sciences offers honestly all of that. It's just up to you what you want to do with Q Sciences. So thank you for being here, and I'll toss it off to Julie.
Hi guys, welcome. I am so excited to be here this evening. I'm going to share my screen. A couple of slides just to help you guys learn a little bit about the company, Q Sciences, Quintessential Biosciences. I'm so glad my husband is here because the slides aren't, Jeff, get over here. Oh, here they are, but, oh, okay, I see. Never mind. You just have it up on the, yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. And yeah, I think so. Okay. Can you see the slides? Oh, they're loading. We're good? All right, okay. So my name is Julie Ross. This is my husband, Jeff, and I. We live in a very, very small town called St. George, New Brunswick. We're on the east coast of Canada. We're bordering Maine. I'd say New Brunswick is probably the most rural province. And I always tell people, like, if we can build the Q Sciences business here in New Brunswick, then anyone can really just build it anywhere in the world, I believe, because this is just, it's not exactly a booming metropolis, let's just say that. So I've lived here my entire life. I'm 42 years old. I've been an entrepreneur for most of my adult life. I opened up my first business when I was 21 years old. It was a thrift store, and my ex-husband and I actually built two successful businesses, and one that wasn't so much, kind of grew it too quickly, too fast. But in our 20s, I had some pretty booming thrift stores. If you could imagine, that industry can be quite lucrative. And things were going really well. We opened the third store, things kind of fell apart. And when I was 30, I was divorced and kind of starting all over again. Still obsessed with the thrift store business. Fun fact, eventually I will open them again. But next time I will be like totally capitalized. I will be able to do it the right way, not just kind of always robbing from Peter to pay Paul, like we were back with our last store. So my husband, Jeff, works at an Irving paper mill. He's a manager there. He's worked there for like years and years. And when he comes home every day, he is covered from head to toe in sludge that stinks really, really bad. So it is my goal to get him out of there. Like he did actually have a hiatus from there and worked at our thrift store for a couple of years, but it was a rough go. And when the pandemic happened, we had already been having major supply issues. And so we just had to say goodbye to the store, or maybe see you later, but it had to close regardless. And Jeff went back to the mill. And so I actually got my real estate license. This was last summer. I got licensed in real estate. I thought, you know, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I love business. I love controlling my schedule. I'll work really hard. Like I'll work 1 million hours a week, but I like to do things on my terms. And real estate seemed like a fit. It really wasn't. And so in January, I actually came across a Facebook post from a girl who I did not know. I always say from a hole in the ground. And I think she laughs because I don't think that she's ever heard that saying, maybe before she met me, but her name was Alyssa Lakatos. And this is her fiance, Sean, who you see here on the screen. They are 2 of our best friends. We absolutely love them. We did not know them in January, but we actually just had the opportunity to hang out with them in Dallas all of last week, which was just like a dream come true. So I reached out to her just from a Facebook post. I said, hey, her post said that she was joining a ground floor company. She had been with a previous direct sales company for like 7 years. I was with that same company. I wasn't making any money. Like Janelle, I liked the products. I liked the community, but it wasn't a viable business option because I was spending more than I was making every single month. And so when I read Alyssa's post, my first thought was, okay, I love this industry. Maybe it's not me. I know I'm a hard worker. I know I'm consistent. I know I'm dedicated. Maybe I could be successful with the right company. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I know you don't know me, but I'm just wondering if I could get more information about the company that you've recently joined. And we connected, we became besties, and it's been amazing. It's truly been like all of the things that I dreamed of in my previous company are actually happening here in record time. In our 4th month, we hit the rank of gold, which has been totally life-changing for our family. And I'm going to take you guys through and tell you just a little bit about the company itself and about the timing. And then I'm going to pass it over to my good friend, Sean, who's going to tell you a little bit about the person. So these 2 gentlemen are amazing. And I have been waiting for this opportunity to talk about them after I actually met them. And I didn't have anything to really say until last week about Mark Wilson. I've been personally trained by our president, Jake Spencer. They are co-owners of Q Sciences. And Mark Wilson actually started this company in 2012. He's a retired NFL football quarterback. He was a 2-time Super Bowl champion for the Oakland Raiders. And guys, he's like the gentle giant. He is so tall. Like the picture of him and Jeff and him golfed together. My husband, they were golf partners. Jeff's like 5'4". Mark's like 6'12". And they're like, it's something else. But Jeff's over there laughing. He's probably dying that I'm saying this right now. But he was so wonderful. They golfed together all day. At a charity golf tournament at the event that we went to in Dallas. And you can tell as soon as you meet him that he just has a heart of gold. His goal with Q Sciences after he got out of football, went into real estate development, he just really wanted to do something to help people. And he started this company. They didn't really go crazy in the direct sales industry, but one thing that really stood out to my husband and I when we took a look at this company in January is the fact that it's not a startup. I know how risky a startup is. I know what happens when you have a startup. Things can be really tricky for like at least the first 5 years. And I love that this company is established. The products have like a total history of amazing sales. And so we're kind of in a unique spot because we started in 2012, but we didn't really blow up in the direct sales industry until Mr. Jake Spencer came on board in 2018. He is a force. These 2 are aggressively building this company in the most high integrity, amazing way you could possibly ever ask for. And Jake came on in 2018, kind of made a bunch of changes, and we have actually seen 1,200% growth. Is that our new number? Every month, like since 2018, and that's just mind blowing. So if you want to join a company, you know, you want to join a company that's in momentum, and this company is definitely in high momentum right now. So Jake was he was a network marketing professional, came into the field in his early 20s, retired in his 30s, and just actually came out to consult for Q Sciences, and ended up finding a home here, becoming best friends with Mark Wilson, and they have like the ultimate partnership. You can tell the respect these two gentlemen have for each other. I've stood in rooms with both of them and listened to them speak, and man, their hearts just, it's just phenomenal. So if we look at this growth curve, this is a pretty typical growth curve that you might see in business. You start off your ground floor timing, things are slow. We're actually here where you see the X, and we are fast climbing up this hill into momentum. So if you're here in Canada, which I think everyone is, we actually have less than 1,000 ambassadors, and that really stood out to us when we signed up in January. There was like less than 500. Now there's less than 1,000. And like, what a time to get into a company. We're not a $1 billion company yet, but we're going to be. And so if you're a business-minded person and you're looking at this right now, this is the chance to get in. This is where stories are made. And I know that from experience because we have a story. And we're not rock stars in any other previous company. We did not come in here with a big following. And what we've been able to do here because of the systems and mentorships has truly been like more than I would have ever dreamt possible. So over the next 4 to 6 months, we are going to be doing something really cool. I've read on a few Facebook posts from people on our council that makes all the decisions that we're going to be launching 8 more like crazy products. And we just launched one that Sean's going to be telling you guys about very shortly. But we're aggressively growing. We're in 23 countries around the globe. And I'm so excited to pass it over to my friend Sean. He is a dietitian. He is a personal, Sean, what's exercise psychologist, something. He's very talented. That's what I know about him. He is amazing. He knows these products inside out. He went to school to study this stuff, and I don't believe there's anyone better in this company to talk about these products than Sean. So let's take it away, Sean.
Guys, right on cue. I spilled water all down my face and onto my shirt. So hopefully you can't see that, but so Julie, thank you for the introduction. I'm actually a dietitian and an exercise physiologist, though an exercise psychologist would be a pretty cool thing to be. So I might have to push for that in the future. So I'm super excited to be here with you guys tonight and share this opportunity, especially from my perspective. So like Julie said, I'm a dietitian. I've been in the nutrition world for almost 14 years. I've been a dietitian for about a decade of that. And I've worked in hospitals here. I was a clinical nutrition director for a large hospital system here in Northeast Ohio, and also a gym owner and a personal trainer. I opened the first outpatient nutrition clinic in the community I grew up in. So I've used nutrition and supplements and exercise to really restore people's health, to get them back to, health despite having diseases like, thyroid disease or diabetes or other more serious conditions. So I've been around, kind of exercise and nutrition and medical world for a while. And, my partnership with Q Sciences is actually very rare and not a decision that I made lightly, because in the entire duration of my career, I've only ever partnered with 2 supplement companies. And the first company that I was partnered with was actually a company that I helped build kind of from scratch, because it was with my program nutrition director at Ashland University. So in my last 2 years of college, he started his own supplement company. So I was there for all of the research and development, the quality and the purity standards, the ingredient sourcing and selection. So I was intimately involved in that process. So I felt comfortable recommending those products to people. So seeing that part of the process really allowed me to learn the chain and be able to identify, what makes good supplements. And if I'm being honest, as my career kind of progressed as a nutritionist, I became a little unhappy with the supplement world, because a lot of the products out there just don't meet standards. They don't meet the standards of products that I would put in my body or trust to put in my family's body. So with all of my clients and my patients that were coming to me across the board, all of them were taking supplements. So it was my sort of duty to know how to spot good supplements. So fast forward, a decade or so later in my career, and we flew out to Utah to meet the, CEO, president, owners of Q Sciences, because quality in the supplement industry comes down to a lot of small decisions and a lot of big decisions as well. But it really comes down to what does the sort of company prioritize? Do their priorities lie with profits, where they can select cheaper ingredients and cut corners to get ingredients that might not necessarily be the best for your body? Because if that's the case, that's not a company that I wanted to partner with. So I wanted to experience the company, and the owners up close to kind of see what their vision was. And one of my biggest takeaways was, they have a commitment to excellence. They didn't try to sell me on how they were the greatest supplement company in the world, because I don't know if anybody can really make that claim, and I wouldn't trust anybody to make that claim. But I'm always looking for a certain degree of excellence and evolution. Our doctor, who I'm going to get to talk to you about, Dr. Stephen Kimberly, one of his quotes is actually, "Science doesn't stand still." And what I look for in great products is, are they evolving with science? Because I've been around companies who have had the same product formulas for 20 years because they sell. And because those sales were coming, the products, they didn't see a need to change or update the formula with science. But many of the Q Sciences products have been updated multiple times in just a couple years span to reflect the science. So we have a full suite of products that I'm going to get to talk to you about. Full spectrum hemp, nutrition, and supplements. We are great in the fitness and weight loss space, which is a passion of mine, and then oral sprays, which might be a rare product that you're just seeing for the first time. Julie, do I have control of the slides here? All right, guys. So in the top left here, what you're seeing on your screen, this is the Q Core. And as a dietitian and health professional, this is probably one of my favorite products that we offer, because in my quest to kind of help people restore their health or feel optimal, you really have to check the boxes of the basics of your health. And that's exactly what the Q Core does. So it's a 3-in-1 product. The 3 products that you see on your right come in the Q Core kit that you see in the middle. The Q Max, the first bottle you see, is a vitamin and mineral nutrient complex. It has a brain optimization blend in it to help with mental balance and well-being. The Align, the second bottle, is a product that helps with inflammation, which is really important to manage inflammation because it's at the root of all major diseases. And then the Q-Biotics, the third smaller bottle you see, is a gut health product. So it just in one supplement, you get all of your multivitamins, inflammation management, and gut health. So you're checking 3 major boxes in your body. So this is a product that people take and feel a real difference in a short amount of time. And if you are somebody who is into residual income, then you might love this product, because 80% of people who try this product, I think it's 80+% of people who try this product actually reorder it once again. So it's a product, like I said, that people take and feel a real difference. I particularly love this product because even as a dietitian, we don't always get to eat balanced meals. We have multiple kids playing multiple sports. We've grown a team at Q Sciences of over 5,000 people in just 8 months. So that's a lot of people we're accountable to. And we don't always get to eat balanced meals. So this product is a bit like our saving grace sometimes. If we don't get those balanced meals, then we know this product has our back to keep us, feeling good and checking those boxes. And then on the right side of your screen, you see in the fitness and weight management space. So this was actually a kind of a pivotal pivotal products in my decision to partner with Q Sciences. When I look at a supplement company, I always check to see how they market their fat loss products, because a lot of companies will overpromise results and underdeliver. And in the supplement industry, there's been even like miracle pills is a common term that's thrown around. We know that miracle pills don't exist. So I like to see, what else do they have in place to help people be successful? Because it's really about those lifestyle and those habit changes. Supplements make a huge difference and facilitate fast results. But if you can help empower people in their lifestyle and habits, then you're really going to be kind of getting at the heart of what they need to be healthy. So in addition to all the incredible fitness and weight management products that Q Sciences offer, they also have the Myq Fit App, which is something you can plug into for about $30 a month, where you get your own personal trainer and your own nutritionists. And so I'm not sure if you've ever visited with those professionals, but it can be very expensive. So for Q Sciences to be lowering the threshold for people to access these professionals, that caught my eye right away. And I was like, this is going to change the game. And this is something that I want to be a part of. So like I said, for about $30 a month, you get your own personal trainer, your own nutritionist to customize workouts for you, to customize your meal plans. Whether you have kind of dietary restrictions or whatever your goals are, they're going to help you build that. You get the community and the accountability to plug into. So when you pair the products with the lifestyle and the habit systems, you can really get amazing results with that. And then in the bottom left, we have the oral sprays I told you about. So these things are great just because I love getting these in front of people because they're usually seeing them for the first time. So these things they're about as big as a pen. And you just spray them directly in your mouth for sublingual delivery. So that means they just absorb right through your mouth. So they absorb really fast and really high amounts. So these things pack a punch. And they're kind of problem solution oriented. So if you have trouble with sleep, you can get a spray that works absolutely incredible for sleep. We have vitamin C and zinc, vitamin B12, vitamin D for vitamin sprays. If you're somebody who doesn't like to swallow capsules, these are a great product for you to use. So this is what we call a vertical product line. So there's going to be more sprays introduced. The price point is really great on these, about $17 for an entire month supply. So offering these as a part of our businesses is really great and creates a lot of return business. Do you have another slide for me, Julie, or is it the last product one?
So we do need to add in the new collagen and terpenes, but we don't have that in there yet. But would you speak on the collagen and the terpenes?
Yeah. So terpenes, so let's see, so the supplement, I've been kind of bored with the supplement industry, to be honest with you, for like the last 10 years, because every single company has kind of the same take on the age-old products, the multivitamins, the proteins, we're very just traditional. And those, I can't take anything away from those products because they are great. They are staples. But I've been bored with the supplement industry in the sense that the innovation has been lacking. And there's two things I would say in the last 5 years that have really excited me about supplements. The first product category is nootropics, which are supplements that have a really powerful effect on your brain in lots of different interesting ways. Q Sciences has nootropics in their products. But the other category of supplements, if you will, that has excited me is terpenes. And I actually consider terpenes to really be the next evolution of supplements, kind of the next evolutionary step forward in terms of, products that are super effective that you can do some really unique things with. So if you are familiar at all with maybe essential oils or plant compounds, terpenes are the active components of the plant that really give them, kind of their therapeutic benefit. So what Q Sciences has been able to do with terpenes is to isolate them and concentrate them and figure out based on research which terpenes have specific effects in the body. And so when we concentrate them, we can use them for very specific effects. So we have a chill formula to help relax, a comfort formula to help with things like pain. We just released an innovate formula, which has some really cool effects on kind of sociability and creativity. And we have some really interesting formulas coming down the pipeline. So we are super excited about terpenes, which are coming at the end of this month. And then the other one, which you might have saw online, was collagen. We just released our collagen products. We have Reform and Rebuild, which collagen it's literally the most abundant protein in the body, has some really amazing effects for hair, for skin, for nails, in the anti-aging category is really potent. So we found some really unique ways and great tasting ways to do collagen. So really excited about what is on the horizon. And that was a major factor also in my partnership with Q Sciences, is you want a company that's on the cutting edge, the leading edge of science and product development. And I think kind of in the fourth quarter of 2021, you're really going to see why Q Sciences is positioned to be trailblazers in the supplement industry. So I really appreciate you guys listening to my spiel here tonight. And I actually have the pleasure to introduce one of my mentors in the industry. She and her husband are just absolutely incredible human beings. They have their business success is amazing too. They run the most successful CrossFit gym in Boise, Idaho. She has also a nutritionist. So I know she is a product stickler and a stickler for product excellence, just like I am. So I'm excited to introduce you to Katie Bristow.
Oh, thanks, Sean. Gosh, this is so cool. I'm like, this is a stacked lineup. So awesome. Well, no, I just am so excited to get to just talk a little bit about the business side. Janelle and Sean, we're so excited to partner with you guys and pioneer Canada from the West Coast, like total dream team right here. But my husband and I, like Sean Cooper mentioned, I'm a business owner. My husband and I have been truly entrepreneurs in our own traditional business. We own that brick and mortar, our CrossFit gym. We've owned it for 7 years. And we've always just been very business minded about, you know, what's out there. We're big proponents of multiple streams of income. Prior to owning our gym, my husband was in the military. He served 14 years in the Marine Corps. And Sean did such a great job talking products, because those have been a huge reason what drew us in, looking for holistic healing around pain, sleep, and mental health. And I can truly say it's been life-changing for our family. But at the same time, like Julie, like hit the nail on the head talking about just where the company's at, the timing factor, the expansion, the fact that we're not a startup. Those are all key pieces for me with my business hat that said, holy cow, I've never dove in and built a business in the space of network marketing. But if there was one company I would make my run at, this would be it. And so we're just so proud to be in the space and the place that we're in, because as you've heard, products wise, there's something for everyone. And there's ways for people to shop as wholesale customers. But who doesn't want to have a second stream of income or a third stream of income where you can work your business like literally from your cell phone anywhere, and be able to scale it to any size with little to no startup. And in my mind, it was a total everything to lose, everything to gain, nothing to lose, because of the $40 that cost me to open up my business. I wasn't spending another $40,000 to open up my CrossFit gym that I had spent. And that was like on a small scale. We scaled it from like our garage to now 10,000 square feet. But it gave us everything we needed to be successful. And it being our website, our back office, but the key to it all is the mentorship. And you've actually been able to meet so many key pieces to Janelle's mentorship, Sean's mentorship here with Q Sciences. And that was a big reason why I was like, I'm going to take a risk on this company and at least try, because there's someone in my corner teaching me how to take my first step, how to take my second, how to actually get paid from the compensation plan I'll show you here next. And so we dove in, we remained insanely coachable, but we got to work because we had big goals and we had big dreams. And so Julie, if you want to pop to the compensation plan, there we go. I love this part of the company because it's so simple. It's one page. There's no gray areas. And that's really affirming to someone who does know this industry really well, because who like hates the guesswork and what they're going to get paid at the end of the month. And it's usually not the guesswork on like the other end. It's usually like, dang it, I thought I was going to make this, but it was half of that, or, you know, significantly less of that. So to have a set pay is absolutely amazing. But for someone like me who doesn't know compensation plans, I love it because it was easy to understand. I could understand it in about, 5 minutes that there were multiple ways of earning. And by doing this, we were going to get paid that. So essentially, to give you the fast rundown, when someone shops through your website, this is box one. As a customer, when you have products for everyone, it's kind of like an Amazon model. You're not holding inventory. It's hitting our warehouse and landing on people's doorsteps. When someone shops through your website, you're going to be paid off of that. And that's like a total percentage in a month. And that percentage gets bigger as your customer base grows. And whether you have, like, for example, I've had some people shopping monthly for some of their products because there's things that people want to use on a subscribed basis too. It's not just a one-time buy and then they're done for the next 6 months. And that was a huge piece. So customers is massive. And we have people earning a few $100 a month. We have people earning thousands of dollars a month. I mean, on our team, we have a couple, the OSERs, last month, they made $6,000 from customers. Like, what the heck? I don't know that many people though. So if you're in that boat and you're like, wow, they have a massive network. Well, they do. But box number 2 is my favorite, because this is, to me, the piece of our compensation plan where any person, no matter their network, no matter if it's big or small, you can build a business by networking this information to other people. And what I mean by this is where you get paid. You almost are like setting up online franchises where you get paid off of other people's online stores because you chose to partner in business with them. And so for me, I said, okay, if I get to choose anyone that I get to partner with and I need to tag 2 in the very beginning, I tagged my mom and my best friend. Like, don't overcomplicate it and work with people that you love. And as they got their business off the ground in the same systems, and you'll see down that first blue column, there's numbers there. So when my mom and my best friend stores collectively reached 300, you can draw a line across and see I made $50 and $100 bonus. And I was paid the very next week. And now I'm telling you this, $150 didn't change our world and change our life. I mean, who doesn't want, like, a date night on Q Sciences? But it did give me belief in what was possible. I said, oh my gosh, this is real. And then I looked back at the numbers and I was like, wait a second, these are products that people need. These are 30-day consumables. How big can this be? How wide can this really network, and what parts of the world? And that's exactly what we've seen. Your business grows in networks, your monthly earnings grow as well. And I know some of these numbers look crazy, like you're probably like zoomed in on your screen, taking a sneak peek at that $120,000 a month. Like, who in their right mind makes that type of money from home, from their cell phone, from anywhere? And that's what I said to my friend who was sharing this with me. And she was like, well, Kate, we are. And I was like, how? Like, you're a Pilates studio owner and your husband came from road construction. Like, you guys are just normal people. And she said, well, let me show you. And that's exactly what she did. She showed me how to make this business work and help others even create big incomes. And I know, Sean on here, Alyssa on here, they're very, very humble people. But I mean, we were able to help them go from enrollment to making $25,000 a month through Q Sciences within their first 4 months here. Julie, she talked about being gold. We know that golds make $8,000 a month. So that's the set pay that makes me so excited. And whether someone wants, a part-time income, which are my favorite stories, because the few $100s a month, a couple $1,000s a month is massive impact in most of our households. So whether it be the part-time income to the crazy, insane gangster money, anything's possible. Because of the timing you're seeing this. That's the magic in it. There's what, Julie, like 1,000 or less than 2,000 ambassadors of Q Sciences in all of Canada. Like, what? Crazy. We have a bonus structure that's tied to it as well. And guys, all those bonuses stack up and are paid as you are growing your business from one size to the next. Now, this last box is available in certain countries. And as the markets grow, I know that this bonus is going to roll out. So if you're in the US, this is available to you. And it's an additional $100 to $400 that is paid to debt or long-term savings, which is awesome. Like, we didn't have retirement when we came to Q Sciences. And so to have $400 every month going to our retirement, it's like such a gift. We feel so grateful for that. But a big piece of that retirement is actually tied to the coaching, which again, depends on where you live in the world. You either have the ability to have access to our FFM, which is our financial freedom movement, in regards to like a group coaching and kind of like the platform and the systems of how we can, learn about investments and pay off debts and just get our financial house in order. But currently in the US right now, we have some one-on-one coaching tied to that, which is pretty special, and a big reason why we've been able to set up our long-term savings and our retirement around our specific wants, dreams, goals, needs, which is a gift. And something we didn't even expect was available. I didn't even know it was available until I enrolled. And so to kind of just like wrap it up with that, I mean, you know, with what we're doing here, like this is the first call that Janelle's having, which means you guys are so special to her, and to be one of the first, like I have chills because I remember Sean and Alyssa's call back in December. It was like, you know, the first few, and it was about the same size, 9 of us on here just sharing and having you be the first to see. And the reason why I get chills is because of that compensation plan that I shared with you guys. There's massive value in timing of partnership. And I know Sean and Alyssa have people who partnered early on who sit on hundreds of thousands of business volume, and have been able to expedite their rate of success because of the timing in that partnership. And so not only you're looking at timing in Q Sciences, but you're looking at timing with what Janelle and Sean are doing. And it's truly exciting. So I say explore the questions, get them answered, really see what's available for you. Because I'm forever grateful that we had the courage just to explore something that was way off of our radar, because it's changed our life and now had the ripple effect of changing thousands of people's lives around the world. But at the same time, if the business doesn't make sense, obviously the products do, because there's something for everyone. Who doesn't want immunity? Who doesn't want, clean supplements for their fitness regimen? Who doesn't want core supplements that are going to cover all of your bases? Collagen, terpenes, I mean, you name it. There's kids products too. We have some really cool stuff in the pipeline for the fall. But you didn't hear that from me. So yeah, with that, Janelle, I'll pass it back over to you. Thank you for having us. I don't know if there's any questions or anything, but it's been a treat. And so thank you for having us here. We're so excited for you too.
Thank you, Katie, and also Sean and Julie. If you want to stop sharing your screen, Julie, I can put my face on maybe the front of this as it is being recorded. Yeah, thanks for sharing all of that. Again, just hearing the hype of the business, the product, the company, the growth. I have some questions that were actually asked before this call. And again, if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat yourself. The first one's for Sean. You mentioned excellence and evolution of Q Sciences for products, which is amazing. So the quality products, what is the testing behind Q Sciences? What's the procedures of how it's being tested, and how is that guaranteed with Q Sciences?
Right. So we follow all the good manufacturing practices set by the FDA. All of that sort of stuff is in place. One of the things that I really look for, like I mentioned before, is if are certain ingredients making the cut to be in products, because there are certain ingredients that are different forms of, let's say, vitamins that are cheaper, but the body doesn't use as efficiently. So when I see those products on a label, I will know, kind of where the company's mindset is. Will they put an ingredient in that is a little bit less effective just to cut corners and make a few extra bucks? So that's one of the things that I look for. Also, transparency. We have a great deal of transparency as far as kind of our origin country. That's one of the other things that I asked, because there are certain hot spots around the globe where, I wouldn't be comfortable, kind of getting ingredients from. Just to give you an example, there's a popular company that for many years was, was importing their whey from a specific country that was positioned next to battery melting factories. So when you tested the product, and it still met certain thresholds to be sold on shelves, but it was high in cadmium and arsenic and these heavy metals. So I always look for products, are they kind of transparent with the origin country of ingredients? So that's important to me. We, all of our ingredients are kind of sourced from the optimal spots around the globe. And then, the science aspect is a huge thing for me. Are they kind of updating and evolving with the science? Will they update a formula, even a hugely successful formula like Qmax? Will they update the ingredients? Will they go through the added expenditure of changing labels, of research and development, of the redistribution and resourcing of ingredients? That's high on the priority list. And then like our hemp, which isn't available in Canada, not yet, but there's a great deal of transparency that has been hugely needed in the hemp industry, and Q Science is bringing that to the table with our QR code on each bottle. So you just scan that, you can get the batch number and testing information for that. So, as far as my standards go as a health professional and looking for a product that I can take and put in my body, I was very happy with, all of the steps that they take to support people's health.
Awesome. Thanks for that. So you just mentioned about hemp. My next question has been how they aren't in Canada. Of course, it's not federally, I don't think, legal to cross the border or whatever. Do you have like some kind of a timeline that whether Canada will get hemp products eventually? Because again, that's a huge market to get into, especially for health and wellness. And so if you can't say anything, it's okay, but is it down the road or is it?
I can speak to that one. Oh, Julie, you can go for it.
So it's not anything to do with Q Sciences, it's the Canadian government. So there would be absolutely nothing Q Sciences can do until the Canadian government lessens that restriction, all of the restrictions that they have around making all of the money from cannabis themselves, right? So it's not I just tell people, I'm like, in Canada, we've built our business without hemp. It would be amazing to have it, but I'm personally, and Katie as well, we were mentored by Jake Spencer for I don't even know how many sessions, 12 sessions. And he spoke on how his family has completely switched from hemp to terpenes. That's how powerful these are. I do not think once anyone tries these, they will be asking for hemp. I'm not even kidding. I tried hemp when we were in Dallas, and there's no comparison. It's I was in Katie's room when I tried it and I was like, wow, this isn't what it's good, but these are better. So yeah, that's what I can tell you. We have to go over the government. We have to go after the government if we want hemp.
And I'll echo what, just to validate, I mean, terpenes, the only other countries that we ship to that doesn't allow hemp is Australia, New Zealand, and they are going nuts right now. The market is on the rise. They have terpenes. We got collagen first. They have terpenes right now. And even my husband, he's got really bad back. He took the Comfort in convention and his back was in pain, and minutes later he had no back pain. Another ambassador said the same thing. He was in pain, took it 5 minutes later, was out of pain, and he has chronic pain. And then we've been taking the chill every night, and we like it way better than the CBD. So we are so pumped for terpenes, so pumped.
You guys sold that. You sold it. You sold it. You have a question, right, Sean?
Oh yeah. Well, I work with a lot of pro athletes and Canadian and American college athletes. And they have really strict rules on banned substances and stuff. Is there any way of producing certified banned substance free, or is that something they're working towards? Or
yeah, so at this point, I don't, and maybe Katie, I don't know if she can speak to this because she is on the advisory council, but at this point, I don't think there's anything coming down the pipeline with NSF certification or anything like that, just because right now we're the phase we're in, we're not so much, I guess, reaching out to those specific populations. So as far as the high degree of accuracy that they need, to ensure banned substances, I don't think any of our products have. I'm not sure if we have products that have the banned substances on the list, but to be safe in those positions, you do want to look for those certifications. So I don't know of anything coming down the pipeline for us at this moment.
Yeah. So, and I'll also kind of mention too, because I have a lot of connections that are tested athletes. My husband and I coach that demographic. I actually have a girl who just joined our team. She's on Team USA for Olympic weightlifting. She represents internationally as well. But she did a lot of due diligence on our products. We don't have the NSF, which is a very expensive, a lot of those certifications, it's just another business to make money through. But as you dig in and you do the diligence of knowing, we DNA test every single ingredient. So if you're taking vitamin C, it's pure vitamin C. There's nothing that should have traces of anything else that could impact that. So yeah, I do trust the sourcing and the quality. in our products. And so when you look at labels and see ingredients, that's what you're getting. So if someone's leery about something, like, for example, like we're coming out with a pre-workout, that's usually a product that can sometimes have like sneaky ingredients. Like I would just have them be thorough in looking at those ingredients, which there won't be anything, but just in case on that.
Cool.
Thank you. So Katie, for you, as you are a business owner for like CrossFit and a gym, how did you grow your success? Was it through products? Because I have people on this call who work out at gyms, also gym owners as well, yoga studio owners. How can they really capitalize on this business? How did you do it yourself within your CrossFit gym yourself?
Yeah, so there's a few, there's like a few ways that I built, Q Sciences to be successful. Being gym owners, I think it was an easy kind of like fitting a circle in a circle. Was our clients ask us for products that we use. They ask for protein powders, they ask for energies, they ask for things for sleep and pain relief and muscle rubs, like they ask for those things. And so it was easy to make that recommendation. And in Canada specifically, which I actually think is really nice, Canada is a not for resale state, but to not have to hold inventory and people can go and shop direct and just ship to their doorstep, I think is fantastic for especially micro gyms, because then you're not sitting on inventory, and that's been a headache for years. You buy stuff and you sit on it and you never see your profit margin. So that's kind of how we started. We did a lot of product sales. Ben and I were recognized at our first 3 convention as #1 customer volume sales. And then I really caught the vision of the business. And that's where I really just slowed down and I learned the skills, because that was something I learned from Jake Spencer, is that this business model of network marketing, it's not talent driven, it's skill driven. And I told myself, if I could just slow down and learn the skills, like this could be the biggest business opportunity at our fingertips, and not just continue to just trade our time for money, but scale this to something really, really special. And so we slowed down, and the pandemic just kind of hit at the right time, and slow down, learn the skills. And I mean, in the last year, we were able to clock in over a 6-figure, like in pocket earnings during that year of learning. And now we've been able to turn around and teach and help people like Sean, Alyssa, Julie, and Jeff, like be able to do what we've done, but in a smaller condensed time frame, which has just been so fun. But yeah, our products, it's just, it makes sense. If you're a gym owner or a coach, or even have a niche for health and fitness, people ask you for stuff, and to say, hey, here's what I use. And our shopping experience is about to get insane, like super click, like fast click, easy to operate, shopping experience. Send someone a shopping cart they can check out within seconds. Like the shopping experience is about to get really awesome, like a true Amazon model. So that'll be even better for gym owners, coaches, all of that.
Nice. Thanks for that. And I guess last question. So Julie, you've grown super quick in 2021. Like you started in January, you're the top leader in Canada. For those who are serious about the business, what kind of piece of advice would you give somebody that like you might grow quickly, in a sense where you're going to be becoming a leader and leading a big team potentially? What did you learn about this experience yourself, and what would you give advice for somebody else, Julie?
So for us, we built our business by sharing about the business. We didn't even talk about the products, to be completely honest. Q Core was being repackaged. That's this guy, the little AM/PM supplements. They were going from black and white to light color. And in January, there was no Q Core to be had because they were repackaging it. And so we joined January 2nd, didn't get our order till February 6th, didn't care, didn't have a complaint in the world. We've always ran our business, and I am an entrepreneur, and I understand the grit and hustle that it takes to, and I know Katie and Sean do as well. They've both ran businesses. Like, you can't complain. You have to lead with passion and excitement and with a business mentality. So whenever I shared with someone, I was like, the products are a given. Like, if they weren't a given, we wouldn't be top 3 fastest growing in the world right now. It's just, there's no way. But it's the business that excites me, because we're here in Canada, we're way more ground floor than they are in the US, and they're extremely ground floor in the US. But here in Canada, we're like just getting out the excavator and starting to dig the hole. Like, we haven't done anything, right? Like, we're very tiny. I always tell people, I'm like, like 1,000 ambassadors, probably 950 in St. George, the little town that I live in, right? Because there's not that many. Like you're one of like 2 people in BC and the other one's not even active right now. So this is the time to get in. And when I talk to people, I said all those things I just said to you. I was like, you need to take a look at this. I know you're business minded. Have a look. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But what if it is? And we just have totally led with passion and excitement. As I mentioned, we are in 23 countries around the world, and we compare ourselves to where Australia was 17 months ago when Abby in Australia got started. They were just a brand new market like we are in Canada, like we were in January, and she was willing to stay steady, to be consistent, to do all of the things. And now they just got their own warehouse. They're going to have like fast shipping. They have terpenes. I think they got terpenes and collagen. Like, I think they're the only company that got both, or the only country, continent. God, sorry guys. It's like almost midnight here. I think the chill's kicking in a little bit too much, but yeah. So when I'm friends with Abby, and when we have, when I read all of her posts about where they were and where they are now, I know that that's going to happen for Canada. I know how badly Jake and Myq want this business to be global, and I know that they're focused in on Canada, like they want it to work. Jake has called me on the phone, which was terrifying. I'm not going to lie. Like when I saw his name come up, I was like, oh my God, Jake's calling me. But like he's called me to ask me my opinion on something for my country, and I was like, wow, like I was in a previous company and they didn't know my name. They did not know and knew who I was. Here, I know like the people that work there. I know, like, it's unbelievable. And you can't get this kind of timing anywhere else, I don't think, in this industry right now. Like, I think that if someone's serious and they're business minded and they take a look at this, it just makes perfect sense. And so that's how we've always shared, and we've shown up for our business every single day. We treat it like a business. We don't treat it like a hobby. We show up every single day. Like, even if we don't feel like it, we still show up. Like, we're here at midnight doing this call because we want to grow your team in the West Coast and help you. And like, I know Katie and Sean, they probably do calls in the middle of the night because they have teams in Guam, completely different time zone than us, but that's the kind of grit that it takes. And that's what we're willing to do. We're willing to do the things that other people won't do to have a life that other people won't have, right? So.
That was a good sentence.
It's a Brandon Stevens sentence.
That was perfect. That was so good. Anybody who has any questions, just pop it in the chat or just unmute yourself. This is being recorded, of course, so you can watch it afterwards. But I want to thank all of you for being here live, and Julie and Katie and Sean. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm super excited to grow out west and just excited about it all. So thanks again for having us.
Thanks, guys. We're so excited. Anyone who wants to connect with us, you can find us on Facebook. Feel free to send us a friend request. Julie Ross, Sean Cooper, and Katie Bristow. And we love to chat with you offline or online. It's still online. See, it's really cool. Thanks for all your questions.
Totally. I'm going to stop the recording.